Hey everyone, Invader1 here. Before I go into it, let me tell you a little bit something about our new character that has been released today, which is the Krogan Shaman, and he is an adept. Yes, a Krogan adept, the Krogan Shaman. Now, in regards to him, since he is an adept, but what I like about him is that you can set him up various ways. You can set him up as a pure adept or as an offensive weapons class, a weapons based character. Okay, now I'll explain that a little further. This time I set this guy up as an adept. I wanted to kind of show him his powers as an adept. So what I did with barrier, I did not use it offensively because that's not the way I'm going to use it. I did not use blast effect. I used barrier strength on rank 4. Rank 5 I put sheer recharge, again to make sure that he's a little tankier, that his shoes recharge more. And on rank 6, mind you think that because, well, I want to make him a little tankier, I will put barrier strength. Normally I would. But in this situation, I noticed that his warp and shockwave combo is a little slow, so I wanted to make sure that his barrier reduces doesn't affect him as much when it comes to his power recharge speed. So I chose power recharge because he's already pretty tanky as it is, and I wanted to make sure that I use him as an adept. I'm doing biotic explosions with him and using him that way this time to see how he works. Now on warp, I chose detonate. This is pretty obvious for me. This is the way I like to do it. Do biotic explosions. Rank 5 expose to make sure targets take more weapon damage and power damage. Rank 6 normally I'd go for recharge speed to make him a little faster. If you are playing gold, silver, and bronze, I recommend that. For platinum, I recommend pierce. It might be a little slower on the warp combo, but it is so good against Praetorians. It is so good against Atlases, against Primes, taking down their shields, taking down their barriers, and working on their armor. And you need that, especially in Platinum, guys. You know, as you guys know, this is a Platinum run, and especially this gameplay, so you guys will probably already figure out, is against collectors because I like to play hardcore and wanted to show you how he fares against the collectors on Platinum. Now Shockwave, rank 4 normally I go for radius, and I do recommend that again for gold, silver, bronze. For platinum I recommend force and damage because the enemy is a little bit tankier, they're a little bit more powerful. Rank 5, reach is good. Okay, I definitely recommend it. I like reach. I chose detonate because again I wanted to use them kind of like a true adept, and I wanted to be able to do as much amounts of damage to the enemy, especially since I'm on platinum, especially since these are collectors. I'm gonna have Praetorians on top of me. I'm gonna have Scions shooting at me. I wanted to make sure I destroy them as quick as possible. Rank 6 I always pick recharge speed because I don't like lifting shockwave. I'm not in the mood to just run after an enemy that's flying up in the air and try to kill them. So I always go for recharge speed to make sure that my combos with warp and shockwave work very well, and it recharges very quickly. Now, in regards to his Krogan Berserker, now again, since this is an adept build, I use damage and capacity in rank 4, and then power damage in rank 5. Now let me explain a little bit about this because you can set this guy in more than two ways, but the other way to set him up is as a weapons class. You can actually put a claymore on this guy and use weapons on him. If I were you to use heavy weapons on him, on rank 4 I would choose weapon damage, on rank 5 I would choose headshots, and rank 6 I would choose weapon damage. Again, now let me explain. This is an adept build, but if I were to do a weapons build, which you can, okay, I would switch it over. Rank 4 weapon damage, rank 5 headshots, and rank 6 weapon damage again. Now let me go into this. If I were to make him a weapons build, I would take away shockwave. I would just choose barrier the way I showed it to you guys. Actually, as a matter of fact, I would switch it to make barrier more offensively. As you guys know, you can spam barrier like the Vanguard Nova. That's the way it pretty much looks when you use it. I will use Warp, and I will take away Shockwave. I will max out Krogan Berserker the way I showed you guys before, and I will max out Krogan Rage. I will either make him tankier, we're adding more health and shields, or, in all honesty, I prefer melee so that I could just run around with him and do nothing but melee. A weapons build also works very well on Platinum, and by doing that, you will remove Shockwave, you will keep Barrier, you will keep Warp, you will max up Krogan Berserker for weapons, for weapon damage. For Rage, it's up to you. Do more melee or do more fitness because he's already tanky, and that would work out well for you. You could put a shotgun, put a Harrier, put a Falcon, put whatever kind of gun you want him if you want to make him a weapons base. Now the reason that is great because you can actually do like fire explosions with this guy. You have warp. You could put incendiary ammo on your weapon and do fire explosions by spamming warp afterwards. So this is why this guy can be definitely be a weapons class. He's still a great Krogan. He's actually pretty fast and he's pretty really good. Now, of course, guys, this review is not just about the Krogan Shaman. Today we got, guess what, guys? We got the new Firebase Giant, we got the new hazard maps, and check it out, it looks freaking beautiful. We got lightning, it's dark, there's a thunderstorm. It is just absolutely out of control. So we just came, brought an all Krogan team, freaking shamans just going absolutely insane. And at the same time, I wanted to give you guys a review on the new Acolyte. The Acolyte today, the balance changes came in, and guess what? Now the Acolyte, the recharge speed, okay, the way it shoots is now much faster. They took off, I believe, a second off of it. So now instead of holding it down to charge it up, you still have to charge it up a little bit, but it's so fast. And guys, the Acolyte was already very powerful. It's already very powerful offensively. I've used it on my adepts and I can kick ass with it. But now with a Krogan like this, I'm using him as an adept. I mean, I'm just using warp, which is already making the capability of my Acolyte much more powerful, and the same thing with Shockwave. Now, as you can see here with the Acolyte, you can strip down the barriers of these Praetorians very quickly and just hit them with a warp and Shockwave combo, which you will see a lot here. And now there will be instances where you will see that I'm only spamming warp. That is because we're all communicating and talking about kind of working together. So there are times that I would spam warp and then the other guy would spam, like Nightbat would spam shockwave to detonate. So you can definitely do that. As a matter of fact, this would have been great to have a Reaver, like in a Sorry Justicar or something like that. I wanted to have fun, did an all Krogan team, just wanted to show all Krogan just doing their thing, but at the same time, guys, this guy is definitely awesome as an adept. He's also great as a weapons class. Now guys, in regards to the Reapers on Firebase Giant on this new map and with this new Acolyte, guys, we literally go through it. I mean, this is really great. This is really great gameplay, and in all honesty, this is not being prideful, but the people that I play with right now, the level that we play on Platinum right now, is just absolutely amazing. The only enemies that we kind of camp out a little bit or kind of take a little bit more cover are usually the collectors, because they are very vicious. You can see here this Krogan is very tanky, and yet I'm taking a lot of damage. Yes, I did not put a shield booster. Yes, I did not put all that cyclonic modulator. Why? Because I really wanted to use this guy as an adept, and this will be more like a gold build. Well, this isn't a platinum build, but I'm saying this would be more like, in the sense of my gear bonuses and what I chose, will be better for like a gold game. But I wanted to make sure that I was very powerful offensively with my biotics. So that's why I chose this, the setup that I chose. Now, going back to what I was saying, right now pretty much the collectors are the only ones that kind of give us a little bit of a challenge. We're definitely going through Cerberus very easily right now, and again, it's not because Platinum is easy, it's only because the level of gameplay that the team that I play with, we've already gotten used to, that pretty much every other faction right now doesn't, it's not that hard, it's not too bad for us, and we actually enjoy Platinum now. Platinum games are very chill for us. It's our new gold actually, and we just we have a lot of fun with it. But the collectors are the ones that truly give us a run for our money. As a matter of fact, before we did this game, we we were trying to, the first time we lasted to wave 3. We were like, we just got into the map, we were trying to figure out a strategy, we were trying to figure out the characters. So, and the first time I used this character wasn't platinum, guys. It was not on gold, it was not on bronze. The first time I used this character was on platinum. And this is, and I like to do that because then I am ready for the challenge, because I am seeing what the character can handle immediately, and I am not kind of you know, psyching myself out so that if I play this guy on gold or on silver or whatever, and then I go to platinum, and then I'm getting dropped, or my powers are not working the way I expect them to, then I'm not disappointed and thinking, oh my God, what is going on? I could kill this character so fast, when that's not the case, because on platinum everybody is tankier, every enemy is just, forget it, they're just outright ridiculous. But anyways, guys, as you can see, guys, you see a lot of kills that I get with the warp. Okay, the way I have it set up, I do have a power amplifier module. I am using the gear bonus, the one I am forgetting the name of it. It's not a commando package. It's the one that has the pistol damage and the biotic damage plus 10% on each. So I am using that one because I wanted to give my Acolyte a little bit more boost. And now I could have used incendiary rounds for my ammo, and that probably would have been really cool to show fire explosions, because those are really awesome. But I chose warp rounds because the warp rounds also give you a huge amount of biotic damage bonuses. So not only does warp round give you a bigger weapon damage, it gives you more weapon damage, it gives you plus 60%. The one that I'm using is warp rounds 4. But at the same time, it gives you, I believe, a plus a 100% biotic damage bonus. So what will happen is, if you got a character warped or reaved or anything like that, and you shoot the enemy, they are taking much more damage than they normally would from just any other weapon, because you have warp on them. So that's why you see when I'm shooting the Praetorians or I'm shooting Scions, they are just taking a lot of damage. First of all, because the Acolyte is amazing. It is an amazing gun, and now that it's a little faster, it's even better. Yes, they kept it a little slow because I'm pretty sure that BioWare doesn't want to have to go back and kind of nerf this weapon, and I am glad that the recharge speed is really good right now. It's much better, so at least other people who were not using the gun can now use it. That is great, but I'm kind of glad that they didn't make it too fast, so that then people are kind of saying, oh, this weapon is too overpowered and whatever. Because in all honesty, the Acolyte can destroy Phantoms. I love the Acolyte for Phantoms. I mean, it staggers them, it drops their barriers, it messes them up, it just throws them all over the place, and it's just such a good gun right now. So as of today, guys, check out the Acolyte. The recharge speed is totally different. You don't have to hold it for too long. Okay. So as of this moment, the Acolyte has gotten even better. The damage bonus is the same, everything else is the same, but charging it doesn't take as long. So anyways, guys, as you can see, we're kind of going through this game. We handle platinum quite, it's not that much of a problem. This was actually the third time that we tried this, only because the first time I was just getting to know the character. I wanted to check out the build. First time we got to wave 3, I think, or 4. Second time we got to wave 10, I think it was, and then third time was a charm, and the third time we had a different team of guys. Just one guy who had to go. I actually had to go and do something else, but then we got together and we were able to do this gameplay, and we had a great time, guys. I mean, we just truly just took out the collectors, showed them a little bit of what's going on. As you guys know, I've been playing the collectors since they first came out, and that's why you guys are able to see this collector gameplay, which I believe I was the first one on YouTube. I do believe, I was checking to see, somebody said somebody else might have been, but I believe I was the first one to show you platinum team gameplay on YouTube, on the first person the first one on YouTube. Anyways, besides the point, I just wanted to note that, hey guys, we are having a lot of fun with the collectors. The only changes that I would have to the collectors is the Praetorians, make them a little slower, but pretty much we're actually having a lot of fun with them on platinum. I mean, they are tight, don't get me wrong, they are tough, they are very tough. Matter of fact, when I did the all adept team with my drill, and we had just the lighter adepts, the ones that were not Krogan, because the Krogan was not out yet. That game on Jade was really tough. It was really tough because the map is a little bit more enclosed. And this map, by the way, guys, Giant, it's actually a really good map for team games. Now, not just in this control room, but usually I don't hang out in this control room. This is a different strategy or tactic, but due to the fact that we're all adepts and we wanted to kind of, engage. We were fighting against the collectors, and the collectors just a lot more aggressive than playing the Reapers or Cerberus. We wanted to make sure that we had at least some cover, and we had a way to kind of deal with the Praetorians, and we were covering the different zones in this map. Now, if you guys don't know this, if you're working on your gold solo, this is also another tip. If you're working on your gold solo, guys, you guys are trying to get your your challenge points done for your solos, your lone wolf. I've done it already. I've done many solos in the past on gold, and I've been working on my platinum solo, which keep on getting to wave 8. I haven't worked on it lately, but I am gonna see if I could get it done sometime this week when I have a little bit more time. But in all honesty, this is a great map for your solo. If you're not using like the Rieger Krogan. The easiest way, if you really want to get your solo done, is just use the Krogan Vanguard with the Rieger against the Gath on Glacier. That's the quickest, easiest way to do it. But if you don't feel confident with your Krogan Vanguard skills, you can definitely take your character and just do a solo here. Gold is not as difficult as you think, and I believe that, hey, if you believe in yourself and you can go right ahead, hey, I can do it, I think you do great. But anyways, guys, as you can see here, going back to this character, you saw what I did with that Dragoon. Did the warp and shockwave combo. It worked out very well. And with this Acolyte just continuously spamming shots on them, the enemies are just demolished just so fast. And you can do a lot of biotic boom booms on them. This is just great. And we had such a great time, guys. We had a really great time, and the team synergy here was really good. My buddy Biggs had a few lag issues. That's why he and it's funny because I like playing with him. He's a new player for me, actually. He's not a new player to the game, but meaning he's somebody that I just recently started playing with. Saw my videos and said, hey, I like to play. As you guys know, I always play with different people. I'll play with totally different people. I play with really great, powerful players, and you see that in the gameplay. You see that in the scores. You see that in everything. That when we are at the end, our scores are pretty even, guys. We play rough and we play hard, but we all play tactical. That's the thing that everybody knows, that if you come to my lobby, we're going to play as a team. We're going to have some tactics. We're going to call things out. We're going to have fun with it. And let me tell you something, guys. It is a lot of fun and satisfying when you get to wave 11, everything is completed, challenge completed, and everything is done. So guys, these are definitely some tactics that I'm trying to give you guys, but at the same time show you guys a little bit of a review in the Krogan Shaman. Now, going back to the Krogan Shaman, okay, the reason I said you could set him up as a weapons build is because he's a freaking Krogan. Alright, he's a freaking Krogan. He's already tanky. Even if you don't put any points on rage, he already has 1,000 health and barriers. So 1,000 health and 1,000 barriers, 2,000 right there. So he's already tanky as it is, and that's if you add barrier on that, he has a huge damage reduction. So if you remove shockwave and just leave warp and barrier, this guy becomes a powerhouse. You could do a ton of fire explosions with him. You could do a ton of detonations with him too. If you have somebody like a Justicar, you can still play with an Adept by still being a weapons class with this guy, and you can rock the Claymore on him. You can rock the Geth Plasma Shotgun. You can rock the Wraith, the Raider. All these shotguns that work really great with him, and with his warp, he can debuff the enemies in such an amazing way. As you can see here, guys, look at this. This is a Platinum Praetorian, and look how I'm working him, guys. Just a few shots with the Acolyte, a few shots with barrier, and he is just going down. Obviously, I went down here, but he's also going down over there. Just trust me on that. He's going down. He's going down somewhere. I think he's going down now. Okay, maybe not. But anyways, besides the point, we're just working him and just kicking his butt, And but anyways, guys, we get our objectives, and let me give you guys a little bit of a tip. If you have if you're just starting to get into platinum and you don't know how to handle the objectives, I recommend that you all do them together. Like that, you can use missiles, or you can just you could just at the same time try to survive the wave together. Go to the individual devices together, like that. You cover each other, or if you do have you actually have some kind of infiltrator, then let the infiltrator do it like that. Everybody else, covering the infiltrator, but you don't want to be on top of the infiltrator, because then you don't want to draw the aggro to him. You don't want to draw the enemies to him. So this is obvious, obvious tactics, but I know I'll get told later on, hey, what do you do for these, what do you do for these objectives? But anyways, in regards to the objectives, especially like a hack, we got a hack in our previous try, and it didn't destroy us, but it definitely did hurt us bad, because we got the hack right in the center of the map, and that was tough. That definitely was tough, and it was definitely tough on the team. We were actually taking a lot of hits, but we made it, and we made it to wave 10. We got paid, but we couldn't extract. We actually wiped. But then here this third try, we figured out the characters. We kind of got them. We were all working them, and we figured out what works for them, and we were able to do it. So yeah, guys, we figure out our new characters on platinum, and and I gotta tell you, the collectors, definitely difficult, but definitely doable. And as you guys are following me along, I will constantly give you tips and show you gameplay. It will definitely help you with the collectors. I hope that they really don't do any changes to the collectors, except that they slow down the Praetorian somewhat. In all honesty, hey, I may get criticized for that, but I like them. I think they need to be somewhat difficult the way they are, and and they're enjoyable to me because they have all these unique capabilities. And now with somebody like the Krogan Shaman, hey, you know what? I have a feeling that somebody I know may actually do a solo with him. I know quite a few people that solo platinum, that solo golds all the time. I've solo gold many times. It's not hard, really. I'm gonna be honest with you, but platinum is soloing platinum is a little bit more difficult. Not too difficult, but enough that it'll definitely run you. Now, this Krogan Adept, guys, he would do great with working with an Asari Justicar or a Drell Adept who has Reeve. You can definitely, you have somebody who's spamming Reeve all the time. You could detonate with Warp, or if you have your Shockwave, you could detonate with Shockwave. So having him in an all Adept team actually works, and he would be great for doing the objectives because he is very tanky. Now on Platinum, as tanky as he is, he can still go down very easily. Like his barriers and shields are high, but he can still get down very quickly. So if you have an all adept team or anything like that and he's part of it, don't just depend on him to be the only one there. Make sure that you at least have one person going out and helping him with the objectives, and then everybody else is just kind of working the enemies and drawing them away. Now, in regards to Acolyte use, guys, and ammo types, the phasic rounds, the new phasic rounds, I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan of them. I think they're okay. I mean, I would prefer, I think they're okay. They definitely drop barriers and shields a little faster than disruptor rounds, but the real draw to them, like the real big thing about phasic rounds is that they're meant. In my honest opinion is that I believe that they were meant for platinum. Like they were not really meant for gold or silver or bronze. And let me explain why. The reason is because phasic rounds reduce the recharge speed of the bigger boss enemies, like their barriers and shields. So if you use phasic rounds and you take down a boss's shields or barriers, on platinum they go up really fast. I don't remember the amount of seconds, but they go up very fast, and because of that you have to be on top of that boss. But with phasic rounds, it reduces that delay. It reduces the amount of time, so it delays them actually. And because of that delay, it gives you an opportunity to do more weapon damage. It gives you opportunity for your buddies to do a lot. But now, you individually will not, the damage bonus is not really that great, and it's really meant to just reduce the recharge, on the barriers and shields of boss enemies. And that just really doesn't do it for me. And it really doesn't do it for me. For the Acolyte, I prefer to use warp rounds, and I'll, as I told you guys before, you get a damage bonus. You also get a biotic damage bonus. It also increases your weapon damage. That's why this Acolyte, it's already powerful as it is, but having warp rounds just definitely works. And by the way, if you guys did not know, on lifted targets, warp rounds destroy lifted targets. So if you want to use the Krogan a little differently, right, and you want to put shockwave on them and set it up differently than the way I have it, instead of using recharge on the shockwave and put suspend targets in the air, if you use suspend targets in the air and you carry an SMG or a pistol and you have warp rounds on them, when you shoot the enemy in the air, the lifted target, okay, that enemy will take way more damage. And I believe it does not say it on the menu for the ammo type, because this is a whole different thing. For lifted targets, you have to look at the wiki or go online to the Bioware social network, and I believe if you get plus 200% damage, so any lifted target that you hit with warp rounds would take a massive amounts of damage. So they'll be lifted, you hit them with a bullet that has warp rounds, and they will be destroyed. So that's why I prefer warp rounds with adept classes that just really work. And I prefer warp rounds with weapons that have a lot of damage, just to increase their damage bonuses. Also, incendiary rounds also worked really well. And as I was telling you guys before, with this Krogan Shaman, he is just awesome. He's the Shamu Shaman, and that's why I call him like that, because he's just freaking big. He looks like Shamu. He looks like a big whale. But I like this guy. I like him. I like him. He's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna roll with him a lot, and I think he's quite awesome. And you know what I'm very happy about, guys? I'm very happy that the store did not troll me. It didn't troll me. It actually gave me this character on my second premium Spectre pack. So that was really good. Thank you, Bioware, if you listen to this. Appreciate that. You guys know I have everything maxed out. I have all the weapons maxed out except the weekend promotional weapons. But anyways, I was very happy that I got this character very quickly, because I wanted to do a quick review on him. I was excited that he was one of the ones that came out now. I'm really excited for the rest, but I think this character, guys, I think you guys are going to enjoy. And I think there's going to be a debate. Some people are going to use him right away. I mean, I haven't checked, but some people told me on the forums for this game that some people are like, oh, he sucks, he's this, he's that, but it just, it's just like anything. People try something out, they don't know exactly what to do with him right away, so they say, oh, this sucks. Now, when in reality, this character is actually pretty awesome. It's just like the Firebase Adept. Some people say he sucks, but yet I have a platinum video, guys, showing you that he can kick ass, take names, and punch babies in the face. So in reality, it's just, I think it's just learning how to use the character, is figuring out a build for them, and they can, they were meant to be powerful. They were meant to be awesome. So in reality, if you figure out the character and you get a nice build, that's great. And guys, by the way, please give me your builds. I mean, a previous video, I had somebody talking about a Drell build, which I actually appreciated, because it was a build that I've used before. It's actually a build that doesn't have pull on a Drell Adept, and I thought it was good. Very good advice. I've actually used that build. It's not a build that I haven't used before, and that build would have definitely also worked as the same way as my build. But I like the fact that other people have ideas on builds. And just remember also, guys, let me explain something to you guys. There is a difference between platinum builds and gold builds. Somewhat of a difference, not a big difference, but there are differences. Sometimes, like for example, the Turian Havoc Soldier, I have another video, you guys saw that, the Turian Havoc Soldier, I gave you guys a platinum build and a gold build. Why did I do that? Is because in reality, on platinum, you're not going to be using Havoc Strike. It's just, you're not going to be using it a lot. And there will be moments that you run around, like we actually run around a little bit, especially not with collectors. We don't run a lot with collectors, but we run around a lot with Cerberus and Reapers, especially Reapers. I enjoy fighting against Reapers on platinum. You run around a lot with them. But you know, when it comes to the collectors, we don't run a lot. But anyways, um, anyways, guys, you know, and actually, I want to go back a little bit in regards to what I was saying about the build, because you know, I would like it if you guys can actually recommend some builds for this guy and say, you know what, Invader, I liked your power build and it works really, really nice. He's very tanky and everything, but I did this melee build that works really, really cool. And you know, he's a Krogan, guys. You can definitely set up for rage bonuses, set him up, you know, tankier and forget shockwave, or just use shockwave and forget warp, or have a mix of shockwave, warp, whatever. You know, give me your build. Let me know. Let me know what works for you on gold. Let me know what works for you in silver. Let me know what works for you in bronze. What's fun for you. I like to see that. You know, I am, as you guys know, the Platinum Tactics Guide. I really like to rock it hard on Platinum. I like to, you know, do the, you know, the biggest challenges. And I have a few of the videos, guys, lined up of challenges submitted that I just, you know, just don't have enough time to actually go through all the processing for these videos, and that's why some of these are not in HD, and I apologize about that, guys. And a matter of fact, I am going to continue doing HD, guys. You know, the next few videos I'm going to work on them. I'm going to try to make sure that I get them in HD. It's just my time is so limited because of what I'm doing, guys. But anyways, what I am going to do is I'm going to try to get them to you guys in HD. It does compile. It takes longer to compile, but I am definitely going to, you know, hook it up for you guys. Going back to the Krogan Adept, guys, he is pretty awesome. You know, I rocked the Acolyte with him this time to show you guys how awesome the Acolyte is. And now a lot of people say, wow, Invader, that's great. You rock the Acolyte hard. It's really awesome. Ah, blah, 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 blah. But I hate the recharge speed. It sucks. And that way, yeah, the Acolyte is awesome. And, you know, but I can't handle it. It's just, you know, whatever. Now that has changed. Pick up the Acolyte, guys, use it, and it's like a dream. It's just so much faster. It shoots almost immediately. You guys can definitely take out enemies like phantoms, take down the barriers of banshees, and then you're doing damage on them. You know, put like incendiary rounds, and you can do some ridiculous amounts of damage on them and have fun. Have fun. Now, also in regards to the Krogan Shaman, guys, this guy is a powerhouse. He's a powerhouse. You know, set up a claymore on him. Give him nothing but rage bonuses, take away shockwave, put warp on him, put incendiary ammo, do some fire explosions, and at the same time just hit enemies hard with your gun and just slap the crap out of all of them. I'm telling you, you would have a lot of fun. He is a Krogan. I used him as an adept this time to show you this gameplay, to show you that even as an adept, he can kick ass, take names, but at the same time, you know, showing you guys, hey, something cool. You know, we decided to use the hazard map. We're playing against the toughest faction right now, and you know, it's a pretty chill game for us. You know, this is a challenge. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a challenge, but we make it work, guys. So if we can make it work, I believe that you can. I hope that this gameplay has definitely helped you. I hope that you're able to do things like this with your buddies. And if you guys ever want to play with me, I play with many different people. Send me a message if you're on Xbox Live. I will do my best to get you in a game with me, and you will possibly be on one of my videos, because a lot of the people I meet almost immediately end up in a video because I just like playing with new people, guys. Alright, Invader 1 out. Hope you enjoyed this, and the Krogan Shaman and the Acolyte are awesome. Invader 1 out.